What's up, everybody? My name is Osiris, and today we are back here talking about the Light Dome SC. A few years ago, about 3 years ago now, I made a video telling you guys the truth and what I thought about the Light Dome SC. And primarily, it was a setup video, really because at the time, there was a lot of videos that were going up that were talking about this talking about this particular softbox. And I realized that nobody was really setting this thing up, like from beginning to end. And it was kind of a question about, can you get this thing and break it down and set it up and break it down and set it up and travel from location to location with it? And I share some thoughts. So if you guys have not taken the time already right now, as it is, to go out and watch that video, I recommend that you take some time to go watch it, because some of the information that I gave you in that video may be a little bit different at this point in time. And it's going to be different for a few reasons. Well, I've been using this bad boy for now, let's say, 3 years? And I've been using two of them for about the past 3 years. But it's not the only light domes that I've been using. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel, because I will be getting the newer light domes and testing those out sooner than later. So if you are interested in content and talking about camera gear, lighting gear, I do use this equipment. It's pretty dusty, but, I'm not going to care too much about that right now. So first thing first, I want to thank everybody that's taking the time to leave a comment on the video, really talking about, either asking questions. Hopefully I've gotten to a lot of you guys and answered your questions. Answering questions, also giving some feedback, some tips and things like that, different experiences. So let's really get started with some of the content. The first thing I want to get to, really, when it pertains to the Light Dome SC, is kind of one thing. It's like, you're out there, you're looking for a light dome. I believe that you really need to know what it is that you guys are looking for and why, right? You want a softbox. I don't know whether or not you're doing photography, videography. We all could be using and wanting this Light Dome SC for different reasons. Now, it is my belief that you can get this and use it for photography. You can use it for videography. Hell, you could just use it for lighting, just in your space, just as a look, So I do believe you guys can use it for whatever you want to use it for. But if you are going to be buying this and breaking it down and setting it up and breaking it down and setting it up constantly, you might want to invest more money into something that is a little bit faster, that's a little bit easier to set up. If you're not going to be breaking this down that much and you have limited space, this thing folds down really compact and it's cool, Another thing about this, one of the comments that I've seen a few times is that people were having troubles with breaking this thing down. I'm going to set my phone to the side for a second. To break this thing down, and I'm not going to break it fully down, but to break this thing down, you have to grab on to one of the rods, and with your pinky finger, you kind of want to pull it straight. You don't want to just pull it straight out. You want to pull it up and kind of straighten the rod out a little bit. And with your thumb, you want to push down and pull out. So it's a little technique. It's a little finger technique, but you want to straighten it out. And, if you guys are mechanically inclined, this will come easy for you. But if you're not mechanically inclined, then it may be difficult. The reason why you want to kind of bend it and pull it straight is because anything that's you have something straight going in at an angle. If it's going at an angle, it's going to cause friction. And that is the main reason why I believe most of you guys, if you have broken a rod, will break a rod. So if you want this thing to last a long time, get it really nice. Use this pinky to kind of help force and bend the rod in place. And it's really easy to do. So now I have broken one rod, so I'm not perfect, but they do send 2 extra rods with this. So my suggestion to you is pull up on that and straighten it out. Can you keep it for years? Breaking it down and setting it up, that depends on you. Some things do wear out. These are fiberglass, and if you're if you're bending it too tight, you're going to break it. You need to get a wide grip on it and bend it properly. So with that being said, I haven't had very many issues. I broke one rod. I still have 3 left, and I've been having 2 soft boxes for the last 3 years. All right. So what I want to do is really just jump in and kind of address all of the different concerns with this light box that you guys might have. And I've already addressed a couple of them. So the first thing to address is breaking it down. It's not that difficult to break down, but you do need to use that technique to break it down. The second thing I want to address is if you're going to be breaking this thing down a lot, then you might want to invest the extra money getting the other ones that are easier to set up. Now, I do have the Manny Ortiz beauty dish and light a softbox. I like it. I don't use it often, but I do like it, especially if I'm doing portrait shots. I've used it as a video light, so it's usable for video light. So there's a lot of different softboxes out there that I will be getting to reviews on later. All right, next, let's really go into the comments and let's just see what some of you guys had to say on the video about this light, because I think the best way to really get to the truth of what this is to see what you guys have to say too. I have one comment here that says, I will not be getting this. That's all they said. I won't be getting this. And hey, it's not for everybody, right? But if you're just starting out and finances are tight, go ahead and get it. If you got the money, spend the money and get the more expensive one. I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. But if you need more than one light box and you're trying to think about this on a budget, then then I'm saying that there's nothing wrong with getting this light box on a budget, especially if finances are tight. You can make it work, learn to set it up. And if you have to get new rods, get new rods. They're not that expensive. All right, next question I got was it a question? No, Amaron has a tutorial on their page and it's asked, thank you for the help. Appreciate you. Amaran. Yeah, appreciate you, James Hernandez. He made a comment about a month ago on the channel. So appreciate you for the comment. I'm glad that the video was able to help. Does anybody know if the difference is between the 1.5 and the 2.5 diffuser? Well, yeah, you're going to get more diffusion with the 2.5 inch diffuser. I'm going to tell you guys, just if you get this, test it out. If you want me to make a video with the thinner diffuser and the thicker diffuser, I can do that. I believe that it's about the look you're going to want. It's about what it is that you guys are looking for. So really testing it out is really the only way. And, right now I have mist filters on my lenses and cameras. That's going to soften the skin a little bit. So if you're looking for softer, lighting and things like that, or a little bit more things like that, then it's going to be hard for you guys to tell on YouTube if the thicker or thinner diffusion makes a difference to you. So my advice is buy it and try it out. Next thing, somebody says, anybody else sweating while putting this thing together? Oh, that's said from Lisa C. Lisa, yeah. If it's too difficult for you, just get the other one. But so far, like I said, not that difficult. It does take a little bit of practice. I would just practice putting it together and take it down if it's really hard for you. Otherwise, get the other one. Nothing wrong with that. Brian, I don't know who Brian is. But so Brian says, I love this video in a masochistic, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I understand what it means. In a masochistic sense, we've all had the experience of struggle to assemble something while watching a YouTube video that is insisting the process is easy. This guy takes it a step further by sprinkling in offhanded comments about how stupid, silly the people who can't assemble the light domes are. Yeah, I never called anyone stupid in any video. So as it pertains to this, I wanted to give you guys, if anything, the confidence that you could do it, that you didn't have to, not to overthink, saving some money and going with the cheaper softbox. So that was always my only intention, was to give you guys the confidence And a lot of you guys did get the confidence to go ahead and get it because it really wasn't that bad. All right. I'm searching everywhere for a video on how to disassemble. The assembly was easy. So some of you guys, again, had troubles disassembling. Refer to the technique in the beginning of the video. Make sure you try to get it as straight as possible. Use a little bit of leverage. Put your thumb on it so you have a little bit of control. Don't just yank it out. Nice. Get it straight. Pull it out. And boom. That easy. Okay, guys? Straighten it up. And when you're putting it back in, same thing. Be careful where you're putting the pressure at because if you don't put your fingers in the right place, you will snap it. So if you do snap one, try to adjust your technique. And you guys, I have confidence in you guys. I know you guys can do it. Great video. Thank you. Thanks, E.G. Dimitri. Appreciate you. Again, somebody else complaining about how difficult. Oh, wait. You are the second viewer who showcased how easy it is to set this up without breaking the rod. My guess, probably most people just too spoiled with how easy the Light Dome 2 is. I almost decided to skip buying this product because of what people are saying about setting it up. I've watched 2 reviewers who demonstrated how they can install it, and it doesn't look as difficult as what people are saying. So I guess it depends on who's setting it up. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how to say this handle, but whoever you are, you're exactly right. It depends on the user. If this is difficult for you, then just go with something else. I would say order it, try to put it together. If you can't put it together, send it back. Great video. Been looking for new lighting and was worried about how difficult it would be to set up. Feel reassured after watching this video. Again, that was my goal, is to reassure you guys from the very beginning that it's not a big deal. Go for it and make the purchase, especially if finances is a thing to you. Now, I do like the breakdown. When you break this thing down, it breaks down completely flat. It has a flat bag, so it stores very compact. With my Manny Ortiz beauty dish and some of my other soft boxes that I have lying around, it's kind of bulky. And I don't really like that. So you guys tell me what you guys like down in the comments, because I'm still curious to see what you guys are kind of going with. Now, I've had these soft boxes for a while, so of course, I think for me, it's time for an upgrade. Okay, what else do we have? Thank you. This was absolutely helpful. Just want to say thanks very much for the helpful video. I just got the Light Dome light today and had no clue how to set it up, but your video certainly helped me. Awesome. So again, that's why I made the video in the first place, because I was in that same position. I didn't really know how to set it up. And the other thing was some of the other videos made it more difficult than I think it really was. Okay. So David from Multimedia says, I agree with pretty much everything you said here, but you forgot 2 important things about the Light Dome 2 compared to the SE. Although there is 1.5 inch difference in diameter between the two, the Light Dome 2 is 8 inch deeper, meaning the light source is 31% further away from the diffusion layer, resulting in a noticeably softer light. Also, the Light Dome 2 has 32 sides, while the Light Dome SE has 16 sides. I don't know. This looks like it has 32 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 32 sides. Yeah, 16 sides. No problem. But you guys take a look at this and let me know. Does that look pretty round to you? So if you're worried about the catch light and you want 32 sides, by all means, if that makes a big difference for you, then you should definitely consider that. Again, the purpose of my video wasn't really to talk about how many different sides there was or the softness of the light, but whether or not it was something that could be set up relatively easily. All right, good video. I was trying to figure out if the Light Dome 2 was right for me, but now I think for half the price, the SE is in the move for me. So that's cool. So again, some people, money is important. Now, some of you guys are independently wealthy, or you guys have the money, or you guys are making quite a bit of money and you guys can afford it. Some of you guys are beginners. Some of you guys are just starting out and you guys cannot afford all this gear. I mean, this is a hobby for you guys. So you guys have to determine where you guys are at and decide whether or not you're going to move in this direction. If you're thinking about getting the Light Dome SE and you are a professional making buku dollars, I promise you're probably not watching this video trying to figure out one, how to put it together, because you're probably working with light domes enough and you've seen them on set, you've had them. If you are a professional or you're just not getting your first professional gigs, if this is your first gig, I would still recommend probably just getting the cheaper Light Dome SE. Upgrade your gear as your talent increases, as you're making more money. Don't do it on the first client. So that's my recommendation. All right. Thank you so much. Reviewers make people want to stray away from this version. As you can see, there's a mixed crowd in the comment section. Let's keep it moving. So thanks for the tips. How would you go about putting a gel on the light dome? Just maybe taping it inside the light box near the light. As far as gelling this, yeah, you would have to, if you're deciding to gel this, number one, it really depends on what kind of a light you have, if you have LED light or not, and how hot it gets. But putting a gel or anything plastic near the light source is going to get hot and could cause it to melt. So my recommendation is you would have to put it near the light source because as it comes out and spills, but make sure that you know the temperature that it's getting and it's not melting and that you're close by, so that way you could take it off if there's an issue. So, but what I would do is I would get, the Amaran, what is it? The color, bicolor lights, so that way you could change the temperature to whatever colors that you guys want. And you don't have to worry about gelling it. So I bought gels. I used it once or twice, and then I went out and bought me a Amaran C, so 300C, and I want to replace. I have an Amaran 100. I think it's the D, but I want to replace that with a C because, I only get daylight out of it, and it would be nice to be able to change it to whatever color that I want. So technology is newer. 3 years ago, they didn't have that many options. Fast forward 3 years later, there's a lot of options out there for you guys to choose from. You either sell your old light, or spend the money to get another one. But that's my advice. If you have to use gels, be careful. Somebody says, looks like Stefan says, hi, thank you for the tip to put the red dots in first. That's the best advice. After that, it's a piece of cake. Yeah, guys, again, if you haven't watched the first video, watch that first video that I have. I will link it in the descriptions down below somewhere for you guys to review it, because, if you're looking for a video to put this together, that's where it's at. All right, let's see. Somebody says, I have the Light Dome 1 and it's the best for travel. Can pack 3 of them in the same space as the Light Dome 2. So Light Dome 1. I'm not sure which Light Dome they're speaking about, if he's talking about the SE. But thanks, Martin, for the comment. I appreciate it. What's next? Somebody said, I don't have your arms, dude. I'm not going to use the swear word. These blanks are so difficult to bend. So again, if it is difficult for you to bend and strength is an issue for you guys, send it back and get something that's a little bit easier. I like the lighting of your video. Looks really good, man. Thanks for the review. Appreciate you, Daniel. Thanks for telling me you like my lighting setup. I spent a lot of time trying to, work it out. And you were saying this on my old lighting setup. So if you guys like my new lighting setup, again, on this channel, we're going to be changing lighting up a lot because that's just what we do around here. But if you guys like my new lighting setup, drop a comment down below and let me know what you guys think about my setup. This particular setup is, I don't know, maybe you guys will see it again, but I threw it together pretty quick. How I'm lighting this video right now is I have a Light Dome SE that is overhead. And then I have, that's an Amaran 100. I think it's a D. And then I have a Amaran 300 in the background, kind of giving me a little bit of a rim and color rim light. So hair light. All right. Ooh, nice. I got a comment from T-Mid 2 years ago on here. T-Mid, if y'all don't follow T-Mid, y'all should go out and follow T-Mid. T to the M to the IDD. Go out and follow that brother because I saw his channel. It was definitely a smaller channel. And he had a few thousand subscribers back then. Obviously, I still haven't grown yet, but I'm just now starting to pick up on the content game. But T-Mid a few years back came and commented on my previous video. He says, "Nice video. I use the quick collapsible softboxes on my channel, but started off with the rods." And he says, he gave me some motivation. He said, "Keep creating." So T-Mid, if you out there and you happen to come across this video again, brother, I am still here, still creating. Putting a little bit more time on this YouTube channel, and hoping to crank out some videos. But I am extremely busy. YouTube is a passion of mine. This is something that I want to get better at. If you haven't watched my video saying it's titled YouTube Famous, I don't particularly care about getting YouTube famous, but to be able to turn YouTube into a passive career, I think that would be a good goal. But there's other things that I want to do in life than sit here in front of this camera and talk to YouTube about camera gear and things like that. So I have to figure out a balance. YouTube is expensive and it's challenging, and it's a time commitment. You know, it's a full-time job if you're going to come out here and create video. So I have to figure that out. But I do want to create thousands and thousands of videos. I want to talk to you guys more about lighting. I want to talk to you guys more about camera gear and settings and things like that, things that I'm figuring out. Again, this is something that I'm doing as somewhat of a side passion, photography, videography. There's so much more as a way to kind of enhance the other things that I do in life, as a way to communicate and convey stories, as a way to get that creative outlet out. So you guys tell me, why are you guys creating? Because I'm curious to see what you guys are doing with your equipment, why you guys are taking the time to sit here on YouTube and talk about and listen to camera gear, softboxes, lighting. Are you guys doing photography and all those different things like T-Mid, T to the M to the IDD? Let me know what you guys are doing out there with all your gear that you're getting, because I'm curious, is it just something that you like to do passively? Is it something that you want to turn into a career? Is it something that you want to, make money from? And, I'm curious. Maybe we can start up a conversation in the dialogue boxes down below on how to do that. Or maybe we can do a live one day and take some live questions and you guys can come on and tell your stories. I don't know. So that's, I guess, the benefits of me being a young and new channel is that we can go whatever direction you guys want to go. But on this channel, this is what we're here to talk about, gear. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to sit here and listen to me ramble and read off these comments and crank out this content. But I hope that I address some of your concerns about the Light Dome SC. I know I'm kind of talking fast. I'm talking fast because I want to get through these points and not make this video too long. But I hope I addressed some of your comments about the Light Dome SC. Now, 3 years later from the time I made that first video, that's crazy, right? 3 years later, I still have these. I'm still rocking them. Subscribe to the channel because guess what? I am going to be making some more videos about light boxes, lighting setups, and things like that because it interests me. It's interesting to me. I love doing it. It's fun. So that's why we do it. But anyways, my name is Osias. Thank you guys for sitting here and listening to me ramble. If you guys have any comments or questions, drop them down in the comment box because I spend a lot of time going through those comments, actually responding to people, especially if anything of value. If you are a professional and you're watching this video, leave a comment. Support the channel. I really appreciate it, but in no way, shape, or form is your experience a one shoe fit all for everybody else that's a newbie in the business or don't have the same amount of funds, or this is just a side hobby, and some of you guys are just trying to figure out how to set up a nice little YouTube studio in your bedroom. So consider that before you leave a comment. And I appreciate you guys taking the time, and subscribe to the channel, and look forward to seeing you guys around the channel. Peace.